This homework is going to be covering page 13, problems 15, 18, 21, 28, 30, 34, and 37. We'll start at number 15. Number 15 asks us to evaluate each expression. This, we say it's 7 to the power 2, or 7 squared. When it's 7 squared, that represents 7 times 7. Together, 7 times 7 equals to 49. Next, 18. 18 gives us this expression, 35 minus 3 times 8. Following the orders of operations, we do the multiplication between the 3 and the 8 first. After that, 3 times 8 is going to be equal to 24, so it looks like this. 35 subtract 24. Then you're going to do the subtraction as the next step. That's going to be equal to your answer of 11. Let's move on to number 21. 21 gives us this expression. It's read 24 divided by 6 plus 2 to the power 3 times 4. Following the orders of operations, we do the exponent first, which is 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which becomes 8. So I made right here the 2 cubed became the 8 here. I can make that red for your reference. Okay. Then you can do your divide. Divide 24 by 6. I can make that blue to show you that transition. 24 divided by 6 becomes your 4. Okay, that is your blue. Next, right, we have this addition and this multiplication, so we have to follow the orders of operations. Multiply 8 and 4. That I can make green for you. Okay. Together, 4 times 8 is 32. So you are left with 4 plus 32. Right? That is what your 8 times 4 becomes. Now you just want to add them together. Once you add them together, you should come up with a value of 36. Okay? That is 21. 28. 28 gives us this expression. It is a fraction. 8 plus 3 to the power 3 divided by 12 divided by 6. Okay. Another way you could see it is you can see it like this. The top is has its own parentheses, and the bottom has its own parentheses. Right? That's if you want to see the visualization of it as well. Okay. This and this are the same thing. Okay. So let's do the exponent on top. You should come up with 3 cubed is 27. So we did that. 8 plus 27 divided by 12, subtract 7, right? The only thing that changed was I simplified that exponent. Next, okay, I'm going to do the addition on top, the 8 plus 27, and do the subtraction on bottom, the 12 minus 7. I'm going to get 35 on top and 5 on the bottom. After that, I do the division. 35 divided by 5 equals to your number 7. Alright. Next is number 30. Your 30 asks us to evaluate this expression. We have g plus 6t. What we have here is actually you have a variable term. So what you need to do, right, to get its constant term is make the substitution. So for G, when we plug in 2 for G, it becomes 2 plus 6. For T, we put in 11. So it should look like this, right? The 2 here goes into the G, it's substitute, and the 11 goes in for T right here as the substitute. Okay? Next, we do the multiplication. 6 times 11 equals 2. Do the multiplication. 6 times 11 is 66. Then we do the addition together. It gets you 68. All right. The next one, evaluate each expression. Okay? And they gives us this. Okay, this is very beautiful right here. This is a t squared, and this is an r squared, and this is when it's multiplied together. So, again, we make the substitution. So for t, you put in 11. For r, you put in 3. For t, you put in 11. R, you put in 3. So you make that substitution. Okay. There you go. T squared, 11 squared, plus 8, 3, t is 11, plus r squared, which is 3 squared. Okay. Let's do this first. Make that blue. That becomes 11 squared is 121, plus 8 times 3 is 24. 24 times 11. Alright. Many of you who can't do that in your head, you can also use a calculator. That equals to 264 was what that number was, and that was this number. Plus 3 cubed. Let's make that green for you. And that is your plus 9. And that was your green. Okay? You combine them all together now, you should get the value of 394. Okay? After 34, we have 37. It's a word problem. All right, let's read it out. Amusement parks. In 2004, there are 3,344 amusement parks and arcades. This decreased by 148 by 2009. Write and evaluate an expression to find the number of amusement parks and arcades in 2009. Okay. So you want to find, based on this problem, it says evaluate an expression to find the number of amusement parks and arcades. So I want to find an expression that describes the number of parks and arcades, okay, in 2009. So, okay, in 2004, they started with 3,044. They started with this value. Something happened along the way. It says decrease. Decrease is a subtraction, so I subtract how much it decreases by, which is 148 parks. Okay? Once you do the subtraction, okay, you get 3,196 amusement parks and arcades. Okay? Make sure you put what this number represents. The 3,196 represents the amount of amusement parks and arcade in 2009. All right, and that is it for the homework.